Sly Cooper 4 is definitely a mixed bag when it comes to the fans. However, for me personally, I can tell you the defining moment it went downhill for me. Let's talk about it.
Whoa!
What's up guys, Canadian Guy here, and back with a Sly Cooper video. Sly Cooper had made its name as a strong PlayStation mascot back in the PlayStation 2 era of gaming. It caught PlayStation fans off guard with its sharp and precise platforming, charming art style, and unique gameplay. Before Sly Cooper, Sucker Punch was looking for their big break after they made their first game, Rocket, Robot on Wheels, for the Nintendo 64. PlayStation happily signed them over to their team when they brought Sly Cooper to the table. However, after 3 games, Sucker Punch was ready to try something new and walked away from Sly. But PlayStation wanted to continue the adventures of the Cooper Gang and handed the game to Sanzaru Games, which is what today's video is kind of about. Sanzaru took the Sly IP and made Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, the 4th installment to the franchise, and also the most hotly debated and argued game in the franchise. If you want to start any argument, debate, or hot take shakedown in the Sly community, all you gotta do is mention Thieves in Time and watch the world burn. And you know what? I'm gonna jump right in with my own hot take that no one asked for because, well, reasons. Now, my opinion on Thieves in Time is weird. Like many things, I missed this game when it initially came out. I was too busy with Halo Reach, Dragon Age Origins, and screaming at my fellow losers in League of Legends. I was gonna pick it up one day, but a buddy of mine told me not to bother and that it kinda sucked. So I just didn't pick it up because of that. But years later, when I revisited the series and played through Sly 1, 2, and 3, I decided it was finally time to try Thieves in Time. And oh boy, was it a ride. Thieves in Time works as such. Sly Cooper had retired from his life of crime, but still had the itch to steal priceless artifacts. One day, he gets a visit from Bentley, who tells Sly that the Thievius Raccoonus is being erased due to a villain named La Paradox, who figured out time travel and is putting a stop to Sly Cooper's ancestors. Bentley just also happens to learn about time travel and enlists Sly and Murray to go back in time to stop Sly's family legacy to being yeeted into the abyss. In each timeline, you play as a different member of the Cooper lineage, who has different skills than Sly. At least, that's what I was told. More on that later. Now, as I was playing through Thieves in Time, I actually was thoroughly enjoying it. Like, I really enjoyed it. I loved the new art direction the art style took, and I was liking the direction the story was taking. But I fell in love with the ancestors. I love the different environments that we got to interact with, and the characters within them. Ryoichi Cooper was a blast to play. He felt like he had his own identity and stood out as a fun, acrobatic character to play. Then we went to Tennessee Kid Cooper, and I enjoyed his gameplay even more. A little bit clunkier, but a classic Western bank robber? Heck yeah, I was on cloud 9. This to me was the best Sly Cooper game I have ever played. What could possibly go wrong? And then something went wrong.
No!
At the end of the second episode, we get transported to what seems like a prehistoric ice age, which makes the gang feel hopeless. And then we are introduced to the oldest Cooper in history. Meet the caveman Bob. Little did I know that this is when Sly Cooper's Thieves in Time goes downhill faster than a dolphin on Adderall. What happened here? We go from awesome ancestors with killer music, great environments, and fun gameplay to awful music, a boring environment, and just sluggish, clunky, awful gameplay. Sure, Bob is a caveman, but that doesn't mean the gameplay has to feel like it was developed by Freddie Flintstone having an aneurysm. One of Bob's main abilities is being able to wall climb, which doesn't stand out because Sly Cooper literally just gets the same thing in Sly Cooper 2. While Ryoichi Cooper and Tennessee Kid get their own unique abilities that are super awesome, Bob gets a recycled ability. Nice. This is literally the moment the game goes downhill. Remember how I said the previous ancestors felt like they stood out? Don't worry, Bob still stands out as the worst ancestor. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Every game has a spot that people feel lukewarm about, right? Right? I'm sure the next ancestor in world is better. Kinda? Sir Gareth Cooper from the medieval times is the next stop, and thank goodness we go back to a more sleek control scheme. But here's the issue. Remember how Bob's cool ability was a recycle of one of Sly's abilities? Yeah, it's the same thing here. It's the cane launch trick off the walls, except this time Sir Gareth Cooper can break things and jump higher than Sly can. Ooh! This level is fine, nothing too bad about it, until you know the boss shows up, which was a questionable plot twist at best. So we get to the last ancestor, Salim. Salim has two neat abilities, a magic carpet, which is literally a direct rip of Sly Cooper's parachute, and a new ability which allows Salim to climb up chains at a rapid rate, which is an okay ability. Then of course the game ends on a cliffhanger with Sly being lost in time and waking up in Egypt, and that's it. That's the last that we heard of Sly Cooper. What? Also, I love how Sly never tells his ancestors that there's this giant, metal, angry owl that wants to woo them out of existence. Don't you think that's an important detail to let them know about, that's how they all die? No? Alright. Here's my biggest issue with Thieves in Time. Ryoichi Cooper and Tennessee Kid were amazing. They were unique in a good way and had their own style of gameplay. Their controls literally feel related to Sly Cooper, but stood out enough on their own, being able to do things that Sly Cooper can't. It felt like Sanzaru really worked on these two ancestors and put a good amount of effort into their gameplay. And for the last three, it feels like they were running out of time and started to just drop the bar of quality when it came to gameplay. Which sucks, because leading up to Bob the Caveman, Sly Thieves in Time was shaping up to being one of the best Sly Cooper games I've ever played. But hey, it's Sanzaru! Remember Spyro 3, where the first half is great and the second half felt rushed and buggy? Look at the Yeti racing in the super bonus round. So yeah, maybe half-baked games like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was Sanzaru's trademark before they found their footing in VR games and was bought out by Android 19. Sly Thieves in Time hits such a weird spot for me. It has franchise highs and franchise lows. It's a roller coaster of a game, and I painfully wish I could say I disliked it, but I also painfully wish I could say I loved it. What I can say is I wish Sanzaru carried that creativity that they had at the beginning of the game throughout the entire game. What were your thoughts on Sly Cooper Thieves in Time? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much to all those who not only support the channel, but myself and my family. Because of your contributions, I'm able to do this full time. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider clicking the join button or becoming a Patreon with the link in the description. I also live stream every Thursday and Friday at 7 PM Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and say hi. Again, thank you to everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video and or live stream.